Congressman Peter King is with us, Republican from New York. Congressman, thank you very much indeed for being with us today.
You're welcome, Stu.
The FBI interviewed the shooter at least twice that we know of, and he was given a get-out-of-jail-free card, essentially. He was said to be okay. He was then able to go out and purchase the guns that he used in the attack just days before the actual attack. Did the FBI drop the ball because of intense politically correct pressure upon them?
Listen, overall, the FBI does an excellent job. What happened in this case and what happened in Boston, though, is obviously there were guilty people that the FBI did not spot. Now, I don't necessarily blame the FBI for not picking it up in their investigation, but I think what the FBI should have done, and I don't know if they did it here, I know they did not do it in Boston, and that's to give the information they have to the local police. You can't expect the FBI to be carrying on long investigations on every name that comes before them, but that's what you have local police for. The FBI can do their own investigation and then turn it over, give it to the local police, let them continue to monitor. They're the ones who have the people on the ground. They're the ones who have the detectives, they have the undercovers, they have the sources, and they can continue to monitor this to see if there's any change in the person's behavior. The FBI doesn't have the capacity. They don't have cops on the ground. They can handle very big cases, but this is what you need the street cops for. This is what you need the special units for.
I mean, it seems that we're all acting in a cloud of political correctness, and we're so sensitive to everybody. We don't want to offend anybody. Surely that's got to change, hasn't it? I mean, we've got to do something about this.
Well, it does have to change, and that attitude, to a large extent, comes from the top, comes from the president, who is so apologetic and is constantly talking about how we have to reach out to the Muslim community. Listen, I'd say 99% of all Muslims are good Americans, but the reality is the threat is coming from the Muslim community. You know, when you're looking for the Ku Klux Klan, you don't go to the African-American community. And if you're looking for Muslim terrorists, you have to concentrate on the Muslim communities. And that requires intense police work. So rather than criticizing, as people do, units like the NYPD, or when the FBI does a sting operation, they get criticized for going too far. The fact is that this requires an all-out effort by the FBI and also by local police, but the local police have to get the information and the support from the FBI. And I don't know if it was given in this case. I know it was not given in the case of the Boston Marathon bombing.
Congressman, my reaction this morning is one of anger. I'm mad as hell. I'm a newly minted American citizen. I have every intention of voting, and I'm mad as hell about what's going on in our country. How about you?
No, we should be. The president tries to give the impression that this war is going to be over, that he keeps saying what he's not going to do. He's not going to use ground troops. He's going to get troops out of Afghanistan. He got the troops out of Iraq. We're constantly in retreat and somehow apologizing, and we keep hearing how we have to, we can't be offending anyone. We have to go all out, and that's to do that, you need the support of the Arab nations. They don't stand with us because the president didn't enforce the red line in Syria, and they see how apologetic he is. We have to make it clear this is going to be a long twilight struggle for civilization, and we have to use every weapon at our disposal, not be politically correct, and not be apologizing for the United States.
I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I'm sure you've seen it already. This is the front page of the Daily News out of New York City. Thanks, NRA. In other words, blame guns. That's it. That's the problem. Blame guns. Can I have your reaction to this front page Daily News?
Yes, Stu, listen, I'm one of those Republicans who does believe that we should have more gun background checks, etc. Having said that, that's like less than 1% of the terror problem. You could have first of all, it wouldn't have affected this case at all. And secondly, you can have all the gun legislation you want. All it would do is maybe slightly slow down ISIS. This is not a gun issue. This is a terrorism issue, and it's an issue of Islamist terrorism.
All right. Congressman Peter King, thank you again, sir. We appreciate you being with us today. Thank you.
Stu, you're welcome. Thank you.